So what motivates buyers more than anything else? It's the problem that needs to be solved. And for the next 2 weeks on the 5-Minute Sales Training, we'll look at 2 buyer motivations, starting with part 1, current dissatisfaction. Hey, welcome back, everyone. Today we're looking at the first of the 2 buyer motivations, a motivation that we call current dissatisfaction. You can read a lot more about the buyer motivators and the inhibitors in my book, The 4-2 Formula. And in fact, we have just begun taking pre-orders of the brand new edition, totally updated version of the book. Check it out at shop.jeffshore.com. Hey, think back to the summer of 2021. Remember that? Yeah, we were heavy into the pandemic. But how was the market? Well, it was phenomenal. The pace of sales was robust. Interest rates were in the low 3s. It was an incredible time to be a home buyer. Quick question. Did you buy a home in the summer of 2021? Now, I suspect that several of you did, but the majority of you did not. But why not? The buying conditions were as good as they've ever been. Why wouldn't you buy in that environment?
Why wouldn't I?
I didn't buy either, by the way. And why not? Because it doesn't matter how great the opportunity is. In the absence of dissatisfaction in my current situation, I have no desire to move. I don't care about your solution if I don't have a significant problem.
Not my problem.
The fact is that dissatisfaction is the driving force behind every customer. It might be dissatisfaction in the home they live in, their neighborhood, in their schools, or maybe their life changed. There's a birth in the family, or a divorce, or a job relocation. All of these things lead to dissatisfaction in their current situation. Now, make no mistake about it. The single greatest predictor of urgency is dissatisfaction. There's nothing that spurs on urgency more than the problem that needs to be solved.
We have to do something.
Now, this is true in home buying. It's true in life in general. Suppose you're at an outdoor rock concert somewhere and you really need to use the bathroom. Now suppose that this outhouse is your only option. Will you use it? Well, that depends on your level of dissatisfaction. How badly do you need to go? Yeah, it's a gross example, but it makes the point. The single greatest predictor of urgency is dissatisfaction, discomfort, pain. As a sales practitioner, you have to understand what the customer is coming from before you can seek to understand what that customer is moving to. If you don't understand the problem, you will never be able to provide an appropriate solution. Now, the majority of salespeople get this backwards. They want to talk about how great their product is, or about their special financing or their great deals. But until we understand why they're there in the first place, none of that's going to matter. I'll give you an example. Let's take a single lady who's currently living in an apartment with children above her. Let's go even further. Assume she's working from home much of the time. And now let's add to that the kids apparently love to play soccer or perform gymnastics or whatever loud floor-thumping activity that occupies their time. Day by day by day, this dissatisfaction grows. She's trying to get her work done, but she cannot begin to focus with a constant thumping upstairs. Now, salesperson, how important is it for you to have an understanding of that issue? I would argue that it's critical. You can't solve a problem that you don't know about. So this week, slow down early in your sales discovery and try and get a sense of the pain point that your customer brings to you. Find out what's wrong with their home, their neighborhood, their schools, their living situation. Figure out what they're moving from before you seek to figure out what they're moving to. And as we often say at Shore Consulting, when you know your customer well enough, that sale begins to roll out right in front of you. Let's make this as easy as possible, not just on you, but on your buyers. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the like button right now if you would, please. And until next time, learn more, turn more.